we just finished a tour with Hanoi Kids. It's a free tour that is given by kids that are in university.
To practice English, there's 600 staff and 100 of them are active.
Wow.
I bet you didn't ask that question.
I did not. So, and I also like to do the tours to learn about the different cultures. So for example, our guides wanted to learn about the different cultures from around the world, so our culture, but also help practice their English.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. So I'm gonna circle you back to that part of the tour.
Because in the past, all the plantations they are used for selling the book.
Called the skin tint. Well, in Vietnamese tradition, the women usually use it to wash their hair.
Oh.
Okay.
To clean their hair.
And this will make your hair much more darker and blacker. Oh. And that's the like.
What do the different offerings mean?
Well, they just like the offering light on here without that.
So there's only in the water.
I've seen that places, so it's
So
fun.
we have coconut coffee here. This is an iced coffee. Very famous in Hanoi. I'm gonna film it. So we just finished having coffee at the Communist Cafe shop. And we had a coconut, thank you, coconut coffee. It was delicious. So this is the red bridge on the Salt Lake here in Hanoi, and this is considered the lung of the city. So it is the center of the city. So it's the oldest cathedral in the city here since 1886. So we're in the Ho Lo prison right now, which was occupied by the Vietnamese, or the French that were occupied it.
French built it.
The French built it, and then after that it was occupied by the Vietnamese.
And then it closed in the 70s. It was American prisoners of war, so John McCain from the States was kept here and came back to visit.
Yeah, and then obviously a number of Vietnamese political prisoners as well when it was under control by the French. Just a fascinating visit and super informative and very heavy, but really interesting. Prisoners were chained up here and they would discuss politics though amongst one another for the day that they get out, and they all shared one toilet. So the actual ankle things were done so tight they couldn't even lay down flat, they couldn't turn over, they couldn't do anything but sit straight up. So this is the area that was called Hell of the Hell, where the prisoners were kept separately and they were confined here. They'd be confined into these little cells. And they wouldn't see light, and they get scabies, get very sick. So the almond tree bark was used to cure diseases and diarrhea, clean wounds. They used the nuts, they used the branches as like chopsticks or flutes, and they basically used every little part of the tree. So it was a very important tree for their life here. So the first escape on death row prisoners was done through the sewers, and then they put bars in, and so they cut holes into the bars to be able to get out afterwards. But I don't know how they fit through that. Couldn't even fit my arm in there. They have 30 people in this cell, 30 women. Nowhere to lay down, barely any time to stand, and minimal light.
We just finished a really interesting tour of the prison. The conditions are just horrid, it's awful. But there's at the end, there's a really interesting hallway, and it explains that after the Vietnamese took it over, the American prisoners, and it's very, our guide said that it was the Vietnamese view, and it was likely to be biased. So it was really interesting to hear a local say that.
It was fascinating. I'm going to cut Katie off here because they show pictures of the awful condition the Vietnamese had, and of course this probably was awful too for the Americans, but it showed like the Americans having a wonderful Christmas and said, a wonderful playing sports.
And we watched a video saying that
healthy.
they got fed better than every Vietnamese, and so it was really interesting seeing that, but also interesting that it was recognized that it's all about kind of perspective and
And that happens virtually everywhere. You see
Yes.
that biased opinion, but it was just really
But
interesting
this
to
was
see.
maybe more
Yeah, it's very, very,
Yeah, but
very,
this
very
is
much so. But
really, I think the big kind of takeaway is just how resilient the Vietnamese are, and it's just years of occupation by country after country after country. And something that our guide said that was really stuck with me is I asked about her feelings towards Americans, and she said, well, the Americans didn't want to be here either. So I think that was because a lot of countries have so much resentment and hate towards countries that have kind of waged war against them, and so the fact that they don't have any, when, I mean, things are happening here by the Americans were pretty impactful, and so to not have any resentment I think is really incredible.
So now that we're done the tour that we took with Hanoi Kids, we're heading to, it's actually starting to rain, so we're going to check out, there's a hair place here. I want to get my hair cut, and Katie too maybe, at some point when we're in Hanoi, so we might get it done now or later. And then we're going to do a little bit of touring for the rest.
No, it's okay.
We're going to do a little bit of touring for the rest of the day.
Hit me with their broom.
Yeah, I saw that coming. Oh, that was weird. Anyways, we're going to do a little touring with the rest of our day. And then we're going to try and relax, I think, a little bit today because we've been really busy constantly.
That actually scared me so much.
And so we'll take you along with that, and here comes the rain.
Okay.
And within moments, this is where we stand now. The skies have opened up and the road is about to turn into a river. Alright, so we got caught in an absolute downpour again.
Yeah.
Typical, we got soaked. So we decided to stop, and we were going to get our haircut anyways. So we went to this joint right up here behind us, this Van Nguyen Beauty Salon. Van Nguyen, sorry, Beauty Salon. And awesome, we read reviews were really amazing online, so we both got haircuts, and the deluxe shampoo is a half-hour face and head massage PS, and it was like $4 US. It was amazing.
It came to $25 total?
Yeah, so the two of us, so it was $24 total US for 2 haircuts and 2 like half-hour face massages, and then we did we tipped them another couple of dollars, and that's so it was amazing. Yeah, awesome recommendation. Yeah. So after another walk in the rain, we got caught in another flipping downpour. We are having tacos, and I'm having a burrito. Alright, so we're hanging out at the night market here for our evening. We spent a bit of time this afternoon relaxing and doing some work in the hotel, and now Katie's shopping. Bought a pair of elephant pants for $2.50.
And I found a tie-dye cat shirt, a cat with a nose ring, and Mark said it wasn't worth it.
They wanted like $15 for it, so not a chance.
They're selling North Face Gore-Tex for $7, so I know that that's not worth it.
I think we found the World Cup party. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe up here. Check out our most recent other videos over here, or subscribe to our other channel over here.